Hey, good morning, guys. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. I just got back from a 2-hour hike out around town here. As you can see, it's raining here in Connecticut. And I got no time to get all gussied up for you guys. I got something I really want to talk about. Let me tell you guys this. This is the second of 3 videos. There's another video that I've already put together, and I'm going to download after I download this one. Very serious stuff. I truly believe in what I'm talking about here. All right, but first of all, I want to mention that, yes, I got yesterday's prediction right. I predicted yesterday morning that Donald Trump, upon being getting the most admired man by a Gallup poll, I predicted that he was going to use that in his whole election fraud scenario. And sure enough, I looked at the timing of his tweet. He put out 2 tweets, and boy, did he go for it. Did I hit the nail on the head? 2 tweets that he put it all together, that with Obama and the most admired poll and how it all works out and how it's surely election fraud because he won the most admired man. I called that one, guys. In yesterday's video, I got it right. All right. Now, in all seriousness, like I said, there's going to be another. I've already put together another video that I'm going to download after this that kind of puts the a finer polish on what I'm going to talk about right now. All right. Donald Trump's getting more and more predictable. He's transparent. After these 4 years, he's pretty easy to predict, as evidenced in me calling that yesterday. But this is scary, all right? When I first started reading that Trump is coming back from Mar-a-Lago, from his New Year's Eve gala, he's going to blow that off. He's leaving, $1,000 plate. He relishes his moment where he lords over his people. He presides over on the red carpet his adoring fans. But he's leaving. He's already left right now and gone back to Washington. Now, this is the thing. Trump is a transactional man. Everything he does is transactional, the art of the deal, right? We see that. In everything he does, he calculates what's he going to get out of it. This is a fact. This is a hard and fast fact, all right? So what would he get out of leaving Mar-a-Lago yesterday and going back? Now, this is what I'm truly picturing here. What's going to benefit him being in Washington? Now, think back to when Trump started changing people out of the Defense Department and putting his people, his yes men in there. Remember that? Now, just recently, the Biden administration, his transition people have been complaining loudly that the Trump people are not letting them in at all to anything that's going on, the current events, defense, and all that. There's been statements by past Joint Chiefs of Staff saying this is dangerous stuff because the Biden's transition team is being not allowed access to important current events going on right now. What's going on right now? Well, apparently there's a possible situation in the Persian Gulf with the 1-year anniversary of Soleimani coming up on January 3rd. There's a couple of B-2 bombers circling over the Persian Gulf right now as we speak. All right, so picture all this. So why is Donald Trump coming back to Washington? All right, we have this whole situation Tuesday. I'm going to talk about in the next video. And Wednesday. So we have all this going on. I see this as Trump's last stand. I really think this is where it's getting to a point. What if something went off on the world stage in Iran or Iraq, in that whole area, and Biden had been denied information to all this? Something steps off, a major conflict. Imagine Trump saying, well, for the safety of the United States, I need to stay in power. The Biden team does not have the necessary information. They didn't want the information. I have the information. I have to stay in power. I have to save the United States in this situation. You see what I'm saying here? What if a situation did come off with Iran? What if Iran didn't even start it? What if Iran stood down and something did kick off just coincidentally? Now, the Biden team has not been updated, and they've been complaining about this loudly because maybe they've been thinking the same thing that I've been thinking, that something like this might occur, that Trump might be kicking something off in that area. And then once we have a major military conflict going on, and Trump saying that the Biden people just they're not updated, they don't know what's going on, I have to stay in power. Can you see that? And now picture this. What if after Tuesday and Wednesday, like I said, I'm going to talk about Tuesday and Wednesday in my next video, where it's all going to tie together. What if after all this just boils to a head and he declares martial law? I have to stay in power. With everything coming to a head and a possible military situation, I could see all this happening. It's not something I want to see happen. And then I thought of this too. If I'm thinking of all this, if all this is occurring to me, don't you think it probably, all this has occurred to Donald Trump too? Like I said, he's a transactional beast. And it really got me thinking, why would he be leaving Mar-a-Lago right now before his cherished event? There's got to be something in it for him. If a big chaotic situation was to go off in Washington Wednesday, it would be a lot more potent if he was there and not in Florida, if he was there to lead it off. And then of course he'd be saying that he's there to quell it with martial law. It's a bad scenario. Maybe that whole conspiratorial thing is rubbing off on me. Maybe not. But I think he's become fairly predictable. And like I said, he does everything for a reason. And the other thing, like I've said before, a cornered animal is the most dangerous. And with the 20th right around the corner, what we see with Donald Trump is a man who cannot and will not absolutely come to grips with the fact that he lost. As it gets closer and closer, especially with Tuesday and Wednesday being a pivotal point, I think he's going to up the ante. I do. I hope I'm wrong on this one. Stay tuned for the next video. Like I said, I'm going to talk about Tuesday and Wednesday and tie it all in together. I hope none of this. I hope I'm wrong on this. I really do. All right. You guys have a good New Year's Eve and watch for the next video.